coming up tonight on the news at 6.
We received 975 doses.
The first shipment of the COVID-19 vaccine has arrived in Helena. Plus, the Heritage Tourism Council is trying to help a historic Augusta Inn rebuild after a devastating fire.
From Montana's news leader, this is MTN News at 6.
Good evening. Welcome to the news at 6. I'm Marian Davidson. Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, the first shipment of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine is at St. Peter's Health in Helena. MTN's John Riley has the latest.
At first glance, it's not much to look at, only the size of a personal pizza box. But the old idiom, big things come in small packages, could not be more true. St. Peter's Health received their first allotment of more than 900 doses at around 7 a.m. on Tuesday, enough to vaccinate half the hospital staff.
We'd received instruction that this first distribution, of which we received 975 doses, is to be completely given as the first shot in this series, of which we're guaranteed within, certainly within that 21-day window that we have to revaccinate with a second shot. We will be replenished with another minimum of 975 doses to complete that series.
Staff have been prioritized with critical COVID care staff and those caring for individuals who are most at risk of serious complications of the disease, qualifying for the first round of doses. The very first vaccine dose will go to St. Peter's Health infectious disease specialist, Dr. Ann Anglem. She'll receive her first dose Wednesday, along with 9 other staff members, as a sort of trial run before vaccinations begin Thursday for the hundreds of other employees. Anglem anticipates there'll be some side effects, but those symptoms ultimately mean the vaccine is doing its job.
I like to put a spin on it and say, if you have a sore arm or you're achy, that means your body is woken up and is paying attention and doing something.
The vaccine will be completely voluntary, and Anglem has been personally meeting with staff to answer any questions they might have. According to St. Peter's internal surveying, of those that participated, around 70% said that they are interested in getting the vaccine. Anglem and Richardson say they expect that number to increase once they see their peers go through the vaccination process. Reporting in Helena, John Riley, MTN News.
The Montana VA healthcare system could receive their first doses of a COVID-19 vaccine just in time for Christmas. Now, because of the rural nature of the state, the Montana VA will get doses of the Moderna vaccine once it is approved by the FDA, possibly later this week. The Moderna vaccine does not have the same cold storage requirements as the Pfizer vaccine. The intensive care unit, the medical surgical unit, and emergency department will be the first vaccinated through the VA. Staff say they believe they will be able to roll out the vaccine to their assisted care facilities at the same time as other care facilities in the state. Staff say it is no secret that the pandemic has been hard, but the vaccine news has brought some hope.
Well, one of the hardest things that we've had to deal with throughout the COVID times is fear and anxiety. With the vaccine, I'm hearing the words hopeful. I'm hearing terms that we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I would say we're all very excited and hoping, since Moderna is the one that we will be getting, that it is approved and we do receive it early next week.
Vaccination will be completely voluntary, and veterans that have questions are asked to contact their primary care provider directly. And state and locally reported data shows Montana's COVID-19 case total topped 74,000 today. Close to 9,000 of those are active cases. 870 Montanans have died as a result of complications with the virus. Now, in order to deliver the most accurate count on cases each day, MTN uses numbers from local county health departments along with state figures, because local county health departments may be alerted to cases before Montana DPHHS. All right, now it's time for First Weather with Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevins.
Well, we have a few weather alerts out there to talk about here on this Tuesday evening. Good evening, everybody. A winter weather advisory including places right along the Rocky Mountain front around the East Glacier area, 5,000 feet and above, but through Marias Pass, for the West Glacier area, the Clearwater area into Idaho, and a high wind warning down around Big Timber along Interstate 90. Some snow showers, mainly west of the divide, maybe a few flakes up along the High Line, but really not a lot going on right now. So be busy little elves here as we get into the final few days before Christmas, because the weather, yeah, some clouds, some wind, a couple of mountain snow showers, but really it's not that bad. This weekend, there she blows, one of those really powerful wind events likely to move through the entire state. And we'll take a look at Christmas. It looks a little white before Christmas Day, bright on the holiday. I'll have more on the full forecast coming up.
Thanks for that, Curtis. Well, tonight, the Heritage Tourism Council will discuss rebuilding the Bunkhouse Inn in Augusta. A fire destroyed the historic inn in October, and the community rallied together and raised nearly $5,000 for the inn. The Heritage Tourism Council will talk about that community support and will likely discuss waiving the 60-day public comment period before the reconstruction period gets started. Council members say they are excited to see the community's involvement in bringing back the historic Bunkhouse Inn.
The loss of a historic building is always pretty devastating. I think what's really exciting is that the owners, through their architect, are really trying to harken back to its original grandeur. That's really exciting to see community members take that upon themselves. I think that's really what makes our little corner of Montana pretty great.
Well, tonight's Heritage Tourism Council meeting will be virtual, and we have the details on our website, ktvh.com, if you want to join in. And also tune in tonight at 10 because MTN's Alexia Guayo will recap what you need to know from that meeting. The Museum of Mountain Flying in Missoula is asking for help for their Red Sleighs Over Montana toy distribution event. They need new unwrapped toys and gifts for kids ages 3 through 12 before Saturday afternoon at their Missoula Airport location. Early next week, a group of volunteers will fly those donations to children in need in towns across western Montana. Museum of Mountain Flying President Eric Cumberbatch says he knows 2020 has been a difficult year and he wants to let those struggling know they are not forgotten. And also, the Museum of Mountain Flying will be open from 1 to 4 this Saturday, and you can get free admission with a gift donation during those hours. And a reminder, our 3-part series, 95 at 25, continues tonight. We'll continue our look back at one of the best years for Montana football when they captured the national title. Tonight, we'll catch up with Dave Dickinson and Matt Wells on what made the year's offense so special. And tomorrow, it will be 25 years to the day of that victory over Marshall. We will look at how that win lifted Grizz football into the upper ranks of the FCS. And still ahead on the news at 6, a new monument at the National Mall honors a group of often overlooked veterans.
Montana's news leader. You're watching MTN News at 6.
Welcome back to the News at 6. Thanks for spending some time with us this evening. The National Mall is home to many memorials that honor the sacrifice of those who have served their country. And as Maya Rodriguez tells us, there is now a new memorial meant to highlight the contributions of one group of veterans often overlooked.
Almost all tribes use sacred fires and water, and they use the earth and the air.
To hear artist Harvey Pratt describe this place,
That's what I'll use, those elements.
is to understand how much it means to him and others.
And I thought about it, and I said, how do you connect 573 federally recognized tribes plus the state recognized tribes, without being specific to a certain tribe or a region?
That's the task Pratt faced in designing the newest memorial in Washington, D.C., the National Native American Veterans Memorial. Nestled by the National Mall beside the Smithsonian's National Museum of the American Indian, it is a place meant for reflection and remembrance.
Native people, tribal people, have always respected their veterans. Almost every tribe has a memorial to their veterans.
But there's never been a national one in such a prominent place until now. The Smithsonian's Rebecca Troutman is the memorial's curator.
We held 35 consultations across the country and met with about 1,200 people because we really wanted to get a sense of what they wanted to see in the memorial, what the experience of visiting it should be.
Congress first authorized its construction in 1994, but money needed to be raised to make it happen. A construction funded by private donations.
Native people have been serving in great numbers and with great dedication from the time of the Revolutionary War up to the present, and they continue to serve in large numbers.
People like Harvey Pratt, who is a Cheyenne Arapaho, a Cheyenne peace chief, and a veteran who served in Vietnam.
We're still here. Native people are still here. And when Native people come to the memorial and they do their ceremonies, that we're going to educate non-Native people, and they'll see us doing things, they'll ask questions about us, and they'll come to know us a little better.
Getting to know a group of American veterans who now have a place where their sacrifice is recognized. In Washington, I'm Maya Rodriguez.
And now with another look at the weather, Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevins.
All right, I'm working on a white Christmas for you and for all of you out there. We've got snow certainly falling in the mountains along and west of the divide, but getting into early next week, around Monday night into Tuesday, we could see a system that may bring a little snow here into the lower elevations of the state. Keeping my fingers crossed. More on the forecast coming up next.
Weather starts now with Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevins.
All right, welcome back to Tuesday evening to you all. A little on the cool side, especially when you factor in the wind in Great Falls, gusting almost to 40 miles per hour. So 35, that's not too bad, but a 22 degree wind chill factor. Yeah, it's a little on the nippy side. For Helena, 28 degrees. The wind not so bad today, but it was a December day out there, a little on the cloudy side, a couple of mountain snow showers hither and yonder. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Bozeman already down to 20 degrees. Dillon close behind at 21. There you can see that wind cut bank down through Great Falls, Lewistown, Havre, north central Montana, the usual suspects, and then also down there around Livingston out through Billings. Not so bad in the valley locations of western Montana. A little snow here and there, mainly up into the higher terrain west of the divide. There were some fairly impressive snow bands crossing the Missoula area earlier. You could kind of see those fizzling out a little bit. Still a little snow around the Bitterroot. You had a couple of flakes just moving through northern parts of Cascade County. Looks like up there around Choteau, maybe a few flakes of snow. Really not much going on here up the High Line as well around the Bear Paw Mountains and the Little Rockies. But more of this snow falling west of the Continental Divide. If my arm was the Continental Divide right there, you can kind of see all of that on that side. This will become a pretty good snowmaker. It already is down into Kansas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, picking up some snow. This is headed for the northeast, where there could be as much as 2 to 2.5 feet of snow close to the big cities coming up here for Wednesday night, Thursday into Friday morning. That's one of the bigger storms they've seen in years. Back here in Montana, maybe a few flakes of snow up on the High Line, mainly into the higher terrain here through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. And for Wednesday, not so bad. Probably more sunshine than we will see in any of the next 5 to 6 days or so, but a good amount of sunshine, and it will be on the breezy side. Cloudy west of the divide. Clouds increasing once again here as we go through Wednesday night as the next system comes in, but just like the one before and the one before that, snow mainly west of the Continental Divide with a couple of snow showers in the mountainous areas east of the divide, the big belts, the little belts out through the big snowies here. And then getting into Thursday, partly cloudy skies by the afternoon. So little snow here into the higher terrain, up around Glacier, East Glacier, West Glacier under a winter weather advisory. Another round of some mainly mountain snow falls here heading through Wednesday night into Thursday. But looking further down the road, way down the road, that's when the snow may come in the lower elevations here. So tomorrow, mostly sunny. Thursday, another storm with low pressure tracking off towards the north. It favors west of the Continental Divide with snow east of the divide. We get the wind. And then heading into Friday, increasing clouds with a couple of snow showers on that side. Saturday and Sunday, the issue with the weather this weekend will be very, very powerful winds. A lot of the state likely reaching high wind warning criteria, if not Saturday, certainly on Sunday. Well, just a nasty windy day with a couple of rain showers out into the plains. And then here we go, Monday night into Tuesday. Thinking Tuesday is our best chance at seeing some accumulating snow leading into Christmas Day itself here. As that system moves out, we'll have nice high pressure moving in, which should make, right now, Christmas Day a mostly sunny day for most of the state. Likely will be windy across the plains, but temperatures close to average here on Christmas Day. Here is the forecast for tonight. A mild night with that wind howling for a lot of locations. Nothing but a flurry up across the high line here, if that. Don't get too excited about a little flake or two around Lewistown, and a couple of snow showers into the higher terrain along and west of the Continental Divide. For tomorrow, looking at more sunshine than we saw today. Nice sunny skies out in eastern Montana, mostly sunny around Great Falls as well. Here comes the next system though for Wednesday night into Thursday. But yeah, really not producing much, but wind east of the Continental Divide. Temperatures in the 30s and the 40s. Friday, a decent day. Again, be busy little elves here while the weather is working for us. It will get cold for Thursday night into Friday, northeast Montana. And then heading into Saturday, a little system traveling off towards the north that will produce a lot of wind. And the wind will only be stronger coming up this Sunday. Kind of a real nasty, windy day for most of the state here on Sunday. So warmer temperatures this weekend with Pacific air coming in, 40s to the low 50s, and then getting a little colder Monday night into Tuesday. Hoping for a little of the white stuff before Christmas. And for Great Falls, yeah, it's more warmth and wind, especially this weekend, before a little light snow coming through on Tuesday.
Thanks for that, Curtis. Coming up, Yellowstone National Park gears up for a different but busy winter season.
Montana's news leader. You're watching MTN News at 6.
Welcome back to the News at 6. Yellowstone National Park is now open to snow coaches and snowmobiles. Because of the pandemic, the winter opening is different this year, but the season is expected to be just as busy. Lodging and many other services are closed inside the park, so the town of West Yellowstone is looking to cash in on extra traffic. MTN's Holly Brantley reports.
A coyote in the snow, a swan on the water. Sights sure to attract visitors to Yellowstone National Park, even in the wake of a global pandemic.
People come from all over the country and the world usually to see Yellowstone in the winter.
At the Chamber of Commerce, Wendy Swinson says this winter is shaping up to be a success. Lodges and restaurants have so far rolled with the changes, dining at 50% capacity and 10 o'clock closing times, and now preparing for a boost in business since limited services are available inside Yellowstone and the lodge is closed.
You know, I think we're going to definitely see a benefit from those that would have gone in and stayed at Old Faithful at the Snow Lodge. We're hearing Mammoth is pretty well booked, but yeah, that overflow definitely helps us.
Meantime, she says there are less events this year, but still plenty to do.
I think it also shows people that we're that destination gateway community, but we also have so much more to offer outside of the park. They can snowmobile and cross-country ski and go to the attractions that we have. So I think it just benefits our community as a whole.
Of course, some of the most popular winter pastimes include snowmobiles and snow coach tours.
It looks busy, very, very busy.
West Yellowstone Mayor Jerry Johnson also owns Backcountry Adventures.
The reservations are up, so I think it's going to be just like summer. These people want to get out of where they've been for the last 6-8 months and get outside and enjoy themselves.
In West Yellowstone, Holly Brantley, MTN News.
Well, aside from the holidays, there is still availability if you have not made reservations yet. And while many things were canceled, other events are still happening, like some small ski races and the National Ice Fishing Tournament. The Grizzly Wolf Discovery Center is also open. And we'll wrap things up here on the News at 6 when we come back.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching MTN News at 6.
Welcome back to the News at 6. Doorbell cameras usually are meant to catch maybe some not so good things, but one doorbell security camera in Mississippi caught a delivery driver having a moment of joy after making a delivery. The owners of a house in Madison, Mississippi left some treats for delivery drivers who come to their home. A UPS driver saw the treats, became overjoyed with excitement, and skipped back to her truck doing a little dance. The homeowners say that with everyone concerned with health and safety, people are shopping online more, and they know delivery drivers are working longer hours during the holiday season. So they wanted to show their appreciation, and their Ring doorbell caught the moment on camera. All right, that does it for the News at 6. We'll be back here tonight at 10 with your latest news headlines and, of course, a look at that weather. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 10.